Hey Space Watchers, and good morning from Orlando. It's day number 3 here at the US GIF GEOINT Symposium, and we are here at the show floor. With me this morning is Clement Galic, the CEO and the co-founder of Unseenlabs. So, Clement, how are you doing today?
Great, thank you, Torsten.
Great to have the opportunity to talk with you.
Thank you for that.
Can you give us, please, a 90-second pitch of what Unseenlabs is doing?
Yes, for sure. So Unseenlabs, we are a French satellite operator working in the radio frequency monitoring from space. Globally, our satellites are big antennas deployed in space, and these antennas are able to gather signal emitted by some emitters of importance for us, and we are able to track, localize, and follow the movement of these sources.
Wow, that sounds super interesting, and we will dig into it a bit
for
more.
sure.
So, what motivates you to create this company in this very specific field?
Yes, so it's a family company. As you said, I'm the co-founder.
Okay.
So I founded it with my brothers. One of my brothers, Jonathan, used to be, or still is a specialist in radio frequency monitoring for a well-known French company. And 10 years ago, we saw the arrival of the new kind of space tech, mainly thanks to Spire and Planets, people like that. We did demonstrate that we could go into space for affordable prices and deliver some useful data. That being said, plus the ability of my brothers to perform in the radio frequency domain, we had the idea to carve out radio frequency domain from pure defense applications to civil and security applications, and that was the start of Unseenlabs.
I'm sure not many of our audience have heard about radio frequency data. How are these radio frequency data that you capture complementary to Earth observation data, optical imagery, SAR technology? How does it work? Because an RF does not have a picture it generates, right?
Exactly. So first, you are right. We are speaking about complementary data. Intelligence is a layer of data. Radio frequency data has some positive point that the other don't have, and some negative point that the other have. By that, I mean that thanks to radio frequency, we can monitor a huge area per data collection. And in this area, we have the position of the emitters around the kilometer and so on. After that, we can, by merging typically our data, we are working for now in the maritime domain awareness. It's important for what I'm going to say. So we can merge our data, all the position of all the ships, with official data like AIS or other kind of beacons, and we can highlight unregulated area of traffic. After that, our customers can task tipping queue other sources of data, optical, electro-optical, SAR, whatever you want, to gather more information about the targets, to double source the position of ships, and so on. And at the end of the journey, the final user will use a kind of a melting pot of data, and thanks to radio frequency, SAR, optical, open source data, and other kind of data, you can have the full history of the targets you're looking for.
I see. And what we see here in the background is this kind of applications that is running on the video. And on your side here in the video, there are a number of patches. These are your satellites, right?
Yes.
So
space tradition. One satellite, one patch.
Absolutely. It's the unofficial currency of the space industry. So you have 13 satellites.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. And what do you show here at GEOINT? So what brings you in?
GEOINT is a place to be when you are working in the geospatial intelligence. The whole world is here. All the companies, it can be data operators, it can be data providers, it can be technology company, whatever. Everyone is here. You have governmental entities, you have forces. So in fact, it's a place you can meet the full ecosystem and all the food chain of geospatial intelligence. So for sure, in 3 days, we need to be there.
I got it. So who is your client, or who is the client you're targeting to? Is it just the forces, as you said, or the defense organization? So who is it?
In fact, we are a pure dual company. meaning that we are working for defense, but it's more light defense. As I said, we are working for now in the maritime domain awareness for what we call action state at sea. It's more to fight against any kind of infringement. A vast majority of our work in this domain is to fight against illegal fishing, typically. So it's with navies, it's with Coast Guard, it's with people like that, but it's not pure defense. It's a big part of our business. We also have a private part of the business where we are working with insurances, shipowners, and globally economic intelligence companies.
That sounds really...
And worldwide. Yes, it's an important point that we are a French company, but we are working worldwide.
Okay. There are some great news that we could spread as well, but I leave it to you to tell our audience about the great news that you came up with last year. So it's perfectly timed question.
Yeah, so we announced in February a Series B fundraising of 85 million euro. So it's to grow and to accelerate the company for sure. But we just announced last week that we are going to use part of these millions to deploy in space our new generation of satellites. They are slightly bigger. We are on 100 to 1,500 kilograms. But more important...
To 150 kilograms.
150 kilograms. But more important, these satellites will be able to perform monitoring without restriction on in terms of frequencies. Which means that we are going to continue to work in maritime domain awareness, for sure. But we are going to start launching services on land, air, and space.
Wow.
So we will have a powerful tool in space, because it's still be a constellation, able to address the full needs on Earth.
Clement, thank you very much for your time. I wish you good luck here at this show. And with that, SpaceWatch out.
Thank you, Torsten.